Hi, stream.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Diceaholics Twitch channel, in which we traditionally, do a bi-weekly stream of Dungeons & Dragons, although that has not always been entirely true. Unfortunately, our resident necromancer could not be with us tonight. She has family obligations. And as such, I have replaced her with a cat stuck in a shelf of books on stock images. So that's probably the way she's going to go.
I love that so much.
Probably.
We're just going to jump right into it. Who wants to catch us up?
Oh God!
Do we have to?
Catch a...
I don't want to talk about it.
I
I don't want to talk about it.
There
I don't want to talk about it.
roller coaster.
It was
Very-
definitely a very emotional episode in general.
So
we
Go ahead.
fought and killed the Behir.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Then we just barely made it out of the underground mansion as it was collapsing.
That was a time.
Was he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was he already toast by then? I don't remember.
He
Or
was on his
He
way.
was dying.
He
He
was
was dying.
Yeah, we were
We tried.
because we
getting
were
out
gonna
there.
run into some priests or some clerics to see.
Right.
We took him to the Church of Nox, place we can think of when we got out of there, and Dea.
First place we could find.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
right. And Dea got to meet Nox.
I got to meet Nox, and who I assume is the god of death. Yeah, she had a little commune with some deities, and basically was told there was nothing.
I'm pretty
they
sure
could
it's not
do.
the god of death. I think it's
God of
death itself.
Dea's
Yeah, I
gonna have
think
to
so.
ask because
No?
she's
Death
very-
personified.
Yeah. Either way, death. And was basically told really nothing you can do about this curse because it's super, super ancient that even the gods really can't do anything about it. And really only quote keeping him somewhat alive would have been pretty much as Ravana's magic. That was not gonna happen. We
he-
tried.
When there was no guarantee he would have come back as the same.
The same person. He was
Yeah.
either already gone or we were thinking of using that weird vial that Nathan had that he and Azravana were messing with the whole.
But Nathan was made of stone.
But Nathan was made of stone. Nathan
was
died. He flat out
stoned.
died.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Osmond brought him back to life, but as soon as he did, he turned to stone because of the stone creature that had killed him. And so Nathan was stoned, literally, at this time that we were trying to save this guy, so we
And
couldn't
when-
save him.
And when Nathan was dead, he, to everyone's knowledge, saw Ogma.
Ogma.
Oh, yeah. Because Osmond's the one who
Your
was like,
boy.
"You shall not die!" Boom!
Yeah.
I wish
Pretty
everyone
much.
would refer to Jesus that way. Ah, yes. My boy.
I mean, some people do. My boy, Jeebus. So my boy,
man,
Ogma.
Jesus.
I know Vola did some drawings and some great, and she drew a picture of Sai and Gerard together and gave it to Sai, so he could remember what Gerard looked like even in his old age.
That was my first bout of tears.
Yeah.
For the night.
Cyrus cried a lot. Silas cried a lot. But Cyrus cried a lot.
I know that. Yeah. Because Vola's like, I know you could forget faces, even if you try super hard to remember. So I'm just gonna draw it.
And as it turned out, they found a sword that I forget where they said they found it, but Cyrus now has a cool sword now.
That basically Gerard was making for you.
Yeah. It's a really cool sword too. It's a really cool one. He finally sent me the stats for it, and
What is it called?
I mean, it is called the Orpheum Saber. It's pretty dope. But Also, Cyrus just had like a little private funeral. Buried him underneath this tree by a lake that they spent a lot of time by. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Nathan left.
And I got to do some torturing.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh.
hold on.
That was
Okay.
terrifying. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
a whole ballpark. Yeah. So basically, because we did the thing for Hero, yeah, Osmond got the key to the Dragonborn, who's connected to all the slavers that he's been hunted down, and against Dea's better judgment, she let him go in there
Alone.
and alone.
With
And as Ravana
Ravana.
was outside and heard everything, that was terrifying.
When you freak out the girl who surrounds herself with dead things, you have a problem.
Osmond,
he freaked out the necromancer.
Osmond went
That's an
from
accomplishment in my book.
Osmond went from oh god to oh god.
Yeah.
Also,
So
wasn't there like an albino tiefling or something we were also supposed to interrogate? For something, and I don't
Forgot.
remember what.
Oh shit, we did forget, didn't we?
Yeah.
Osmond had a one-track mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I forget what we were.
Yeah, I forget.
I-
I remember hearing about an albino tiefling.
But I forgot why we were questioning them.
I was just freaked. And then Dea knew something was up. She didn't want to leave him, but she knew something was up. Waited for him at the tavern or the inn that we were staying at, the Starfire Inn. Or,
Yeah, Starfire Chateau.
Chateau, that's it. And basically could tell that he did some doesn't know the
Bad
details,
shit.
but when he comes in with blood all over himself
And missing
And his
his
eyepiece missing.
missing, he just walks in without his eyepiece for the
Yep.
first time. And
Yeah.
Ever.
yeah, Dea's got mixed feelings about this shit. And we learned that, or he learned that Lady Drazina is working with a cult that lives in the Redwoods.
Probably
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, probably nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing at all.
Yeah,
Not
it's
related to anyone's
totally
backstory
coincidence.
in any way,
Nope.
shape, or form.
No connection.
Watch it
to
actually
the,
be a coincidence.
that it's not.
I would applaud you.
It's not the Redwoods that I grew up in. It isn't the cult that Dea grew up in the Redwoods.
the
It's a
Maroon
completely
Wood.
different one. Okay.
Maroon one.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, and then Nathan drops the ball on everyone that he's leaving.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
just yeets
Osmond
out of
and
there.
Yeah, Osmond and Dea sent their son off to college. That's what that
Osmond
entire scene felt like.
It did. Osmond freaking did a what was it?
Ceremony.
Spell for
Oh.
coming of age.
Coming of age. Are you? Yeah. Second round of tears for the night.
And Nathan freaked out because a lot of stuff was going down, and he
He died. That's
Yeah.
fair.
he died. He literally, for the first time, watched an ally die, and it was a lot.
So
He did not handle it.
So we woke up to one less party member and a lot of questions.
And
Mm.
that is exactly where we're going to start the session. This is taking place immediately after Nathan left.
Okay, so
So-
Osmond would probably just be sitting down waiting for everyone else to get up since he to
Yeah.
see him out.
We're gonna
I think
skip
I slept on the
past
roof
the,
the night one.
you did. We're gonna skip past the he's gone and say you've had this conversation because let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all there at the table, having been found. Nathan's gone. The five of you remain. What do you do?
Oh, before I forget, and I take out the rapier of modular missiles, and I lay it on the table, and I say, "This is up for grabs for anyone who wants it."
He's looking around.
Strokes hair.
I could also sell it, so I just thought I'd offer it to you all first.
I've never used a sword. I've only. She kind of takes out her dagger and kind of puts it back.
I hand it to Dea.
How big is it? She doesn't. It's a rapier, right?
It's a rapier. It's not very
It's not
big.
that heavy. Do you have the card to give her?
I
I don't.
think so. Fuck, I should have pulled it up. If not, I can make one real quick. But I think I kept it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Continue. I'll look for it while this continues on.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I would be the best person to give this to.
You don't have you have a smallish weapon.
I do have my crossbow. I actually was thinking about. I need to practice with it.
I didn't even know you had.
I haven't really.
Neither.
I've kind of kept it hidden away. I haven't had much thought to use it, but you know, I should probably practice with it to make sure I don't get rusty. And anyway, I was actually going to ask you later, Sai, if you knew any places archery places that I could go practice.
I would assume the one that comes to mind is the one I spent most of last night training at.
That'd be the best place, really.
Alright. So yeah, then I tell her about the training grounds that I was at a lot of yesterday, and B, that's where Gerard trained a lot, but it's probably the best place.
Okay. I might go there later today. Thank you. But yeah, she kind of
Hands it back. Alright. Anybody else? Going once?
I'm okay. I have my flame sword.
Alright.
maybe
Yes, I will.
Steve can offer a few coin for it.
Sure.
Or maybe an armory, whatever's blacksmith
Maybe.
that's nearby. So what? Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot that's happened in the past. What? 24,
No shit.
48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably discuss how we want to move forward. Dea kind of looks at Osmond a little bit. I know we have some personal things that could be options to go forward. But also I think there's something that we should probably... What all went down in the tunnels.
Fuck, no, I don't have it.
That whole mural thing.
As Ravana sits in her seat.
Yeah.
I know of the place.
Is it somewhere nearby?
No, it's... We would need another means of transportation.
Like a cart?
She starts counting like some numbers, like a little tiny like handful of abacus.
I like that. That's
I
still a
had to.
joke.
Oh, forever. You should see. Okay, never mind. A cart would take a few days. We would be best in an airship. It's not close.
Ooh.
So I don't know if we wanted to, because just from what I gathered, that's where Faith was probably going to head. But I don't know where everyone's priorities lie, if that's something they want to try and tackle, or...
Faith
There
should
are
be priority.
I thought we were trying to stop Azurvana from killing everyone. Not Azurvana.
Eliza.
Thank you.
Eliza. Can I just can I do like a mini like retcon because Vola would have not said Azervana. My
Yeah.
brain just said
Yeah, you're fine.
Like Vola
Yeah,
would have said
that's-
Eliza. I just
You're fine.
definitely was like arranging my dice.
My
and just,
brain.
like, my brain.
Your brain
Thank
just
you.
kind of did it little.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so
You're
sorry.
fine, you're fine, you're fine.
As pressing as everything with faith is, I am going to attend to my business first. Whether that's what everyone else thinks or not.
Would your friends
Ha-
have an airship? You know a lot of people, right? Osmond?
Oh, DM?
A lot of your friends are political. None of them close.
None that I can think of. None close, anyways.
And I'm assuming all the airships that were at Baldernon are gone.
Since we cleared out the tunnels, we could ask for one. We could just make a really big deal about how that thing could have definitely wiped off this entire.
I don't
know
think.
if I want to owe that man anything.
No, he owes us.
I think
As far as he's
Gave
concerned,
us-
the debt's been paid.
Mm.
We'd have to do something else for it.
There's
What
nothing
about-
for us here anymore.
Scythia.
That's where my sights are set.
It's big. Maybe there's
they
something
don't have
there.
airships there, then maybe they have some other points of travel. Who has the map? Question. Outside of character, who has the map?
Actually, I think Azervana has the map.
I think,
Yeah,
I think she has.
say-
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either Azervana or Ebola.
Yeah, it's not me.
And I can't
Azervana, do
open.
you-
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How far is Scythia from here, and then how far from where that place is on from the mural from Scythia?
You guys don't by chance have that map like saved, do you?
Maybe. Let me see.
I don't.
I can
Okay,
kind
it's
of picture
fine.
it.
Darn
I know-
fantasy grounds. Not working.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, it's on fantasy grounds.
It's kind of on me actually, but She point- if we leave the city, go north, it would take a week at least to Scythia. If we had,
I'm not sure if there are any better options.
there is a town halfway there. She squints. The scribbling on the map is a little harder to read. You imagine if she had like those opera glasses, she'd be using them. Scotty Redoubt. We might add for.
Could be a nice place to rest for a night or two in between travel.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Dea was going to look towards where Nathan would normally sit, and she gets really sad. I think wasn't that where Losi was going to fight like some kind of dragon? Somewhere near Scythia, at least.
That
So-
sounds right.
I guess that's a good enough goal as any. Once we get to Scythia, we have a couple of options there.
Mhm.
Sure. I'm going wherever you all are going. Alright.
Dea kind of reaches over and she grabs his hand. I'm glad you're with us, Sai.
Me too.
Glad somebody is.
Well, we've got a lot of ground to cover, so we should get moving.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta make a stop at Steve's first, apparently, but, if anybody else has anything they want to do, let's do it. We come back here in, I don't know, an hour, maybe 2.
Okay. That sounds good. All right, everyone meet up in an hour and maybe we'll start heading out.
So, you wanted to go visit Steve, right?
Yeah.
You find the Ninth Life, where he's kind of like taken up shelter for a while. You open the door. He's already at the counter. Ah, if it isn't the bard I've been so interested in. What goes on?
Hey, Steve. We're heading out soon. I'm pretty sure. But I wanted to, first of all, thank you. You did a really fucking fantastic job. But, I pull out the sword, the rapier, and I put it on the counter and I say, however, I do not require this sword anymore. I
There are no
admire
refunds.
No, I'm not asking for one. That's fine. It's just there's a new weapon that has come into my possession, and I'd rather keep that one. More sentimental value, I guess.
Very well. Admittedly, it wasn't an incredibly hard enchantment. I'll give you 30 gold for it.
I'll take it. That's fair. Cool. I do want to, and I can take the time to do this. I do want, if I can, to take unattune the rune to it,
Yes.
because that was the whole point. Cool. And so I will do that, and then the sword is hit.
Are you putting
And
the
I
rune
take-
on your sword?
Yeah, I'm putting it
Okay,
on
cool.
mine.
It needs somewhere to go. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it's on mine now.
Okay.
I will add.
Well, not gonna lie, it's gonna be rather boring without your friends around.
Yeah, we cause a little chaos everywhere we go, I guess.
Take care.
You too. And I leave.
You see, the whole time you do notice his little tail wagging, even though he puts up this very stout front.
Nice. And he's a corgi, right? So it's not
Yeah.
his tail, it's like his whole
it's
butt.
a little-
His
Butt.
butt. He's got a butt wiggle.
His little bread loaf.
Yeah,
And you
butt
leave?
wiggle.
Because corgis can't. Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do in Corwin before you leave?
I want to, I think I want to walk around and see if I can find the puppy. Oh, I want to walk around and like buy some more parchment, just so I have enough.
You do
And
so
then-
pretty easily.
And
It only
then
takes
how
about
much-
10 copper pieces
10 copper. Okay.
for like a pack of 10. Like a small journal's worth.
Okay. Gosh. Silver to copper. I'll do the conversion here in a second.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sacrifice one of my silver so I know. Okay. So I have the paper and then I want to I'm thinking about my journey inside of the Bashir and how freaking lucky I was that like my notebook was pretty secure inside my backpack and it didn't like come open and I didn't lose any. So I want to I actually want to go see Steve as well, and I want to ask him if he could basically just like enchant my portfolio notebook so that it get damaged.
Probably. It would take us
How
some
much would-
time, a few hours. Similar spell I cast on your friend's cloak the other day. Let's say 30 gold pieces.
Okay. And I hand him 30 gold.
This is going to take a few hours. It might not be ready tonight or even tomorrow morning. I am a little backed up on orders, but I'll do what I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, will do. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm like holding onto the gold and I'm like, we are going to be leaving today, so if I see you again, we can do it then.
So you want to leave with this thing unprotected?
I only have the one copy. I don't want to just leave it.
Could you not stay for a few hours? Fine.
Everyone's-
Fine. You've done plenty enough for me. I will rush order this, but it will be a little more.
Okay. How much?
We'll add on half the price. 45 gold pieces in total.
Okay.
He'll be ready in a few hours.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Anything
It's
else?
very. No, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Indeed. Now, if that is all, I don't know if you've heard, but I have a rush order to attend to. Yes,
And then I'm
yes.
just gonna kind of leave.
As you're leaving, you hear him like, and like trying to drag the book with him as he like shuffles around in like a little pile of coins, trying to get something set up.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Well,
For the time that we're gonna just like be doing, a day is gonna go to where Cyrus told her about, and she's gonna practice with her crossbow because she hasn't practiced since really she left
Are you
home.
proficient
She
with
hasn't really
crossbows?
taken it out. I am.
Okay, cool. Then you spend the time.
Just a light crossbow. It has she's had it for a while. It has little like little scratches in there, like little carvings in there of sanguine lilies.
Cute.
So, yeah.
Adore.
You take the time. It's already something you're actually pretty okay with, marksmanship-wise. Kind of go through the motions.
It's nice for it's a clearing head thing. It reminds her of why she started doing crossbow in the first place. So yeah, she's gonna do that for a few hours.
Any last trips you want to make in Corwin? Then I'm going to use the bathroom. Disgust!
Light. Alright.
Cyrus wants to get out of here as soon as possible.
all right, stream time
With
to.
that, Osmond and Cyrus can agree.
When I can get out. Oh,
For two very different reasons.
For two very different reasons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bullet, like low-key, is probably just a block away from Steve's shop and kind of like going between pacing and like sitting like on something because she doesn't know what to do.
Cyrus
She's
is probably
like-
sitting at the bar at the Starfire Chateau.
Osmond would have just picked a corner in the chateau and just been reading.
Heck yeah, he did. Anyway.
Alright, Day gets back and yeah, she looks a little bit more relaxed than she was this morning. She didn't get much sleep. She was probably the second person awake after Osmond was downstairs, you know.
What makes you assume Osmond slept?
Bold
Oh!
of you to assume.
Bold of you to assume I get any rest.
What a dad.
What a
God.
mood.
What?
So it takes several hours, especially you end up waiting for Vola a little longer than you would like. You make the
Sweating
necessary
bullets.
preparations. Yeah. You eventually get the idea to make a search party for her, but she ends up like running to where you go. And then she's there. Hey guys. As Ravana, having gathered all of her things, is there with you as well. It isn't until like if you were to look outside for the first time, you notice the sun is like kind of starting like the latter half of the day. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock by now.
Am I at least decently buzzed at this point, since I've been sitting at the bar?
The bar.
I feel like Cyrus is always decently buzzed.
A midday buzz.
Is that a safe
There's
bet? I
some-
feel like
Day
it's a safe bet.
drinking!
There's some whiskey in your blood just permanently.
Good.
With the party gathered,
So, what's the best way to get out of this place, Sai?
This way. Then I take whatever the best
Nice.
route is.
Oh, Dea, before they leave, Dea tries to find Boris and thank them for.
Oh, yeah, I gotta thank Boris. Oh my god. I'm so rude.
God, what was Boris? All right, yeah, okay. So,
Changeling.
oh, I remember who Boris was. I'm just remembering who was
voice.
Boris.
The boy.
So, okay,
Who
Boris.
Boris was.
who Boris was. I feel like that's
Come
vaguely offensive somewhere.
Probably.
Probably.
It's probably a gesture for flipping someone off in some culture in this.
Then I'm keeping it. Anyway,
I mean, we flip each other off all the time on
you
stream. I don't think it's...
find the rather large, very feminine-looking Boris. Shiz, white hair, shoulder length, makeup did. Taller than literally any of you, by a good margin. And you find her and said, "Oh, don't worry about it, honey. It's been so great to see you." And I am, him, like, leans down. If you ever need a place to go, please don't hesitate. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem, but I will definitely look you up if I ever am finding in need of a place to go. But thank you. And I take her hand when I say thank you, and as I do it, I take the 30 gold I just got from Steve and push that into her hand. Thank you.
You're too kind. But I know you, Cyrus. I know you. You're wonderful and you're perfect and I love you, but if Gerard would disagree, I think you should, in your head, I really think you should avoid doing the thing. You have a very self-destructive streak, and you might want to keep that in check.
You know me too well. Not sure how I feel about that. Might have to do something about it.
And you were thanking her too, right, Dea?
Yeah, I kind of was back a bit to let them have their conversation, but I
Gives
would
you
assume
a
I kind of.
big hug. Like, almost lifts you up off the ground. He's so cute, I could just pinch your cheeks! And then lets you go.
Thank you so much for your hospitality. I have to say, this is the nicest place I've ever stayed at. And I wish we could stay longer, but thank you so much. You've done so much for us. She's avoiding
Anytime.
Sire's stare. and then she
Anytime.
turns away.
Now listen, if you ever need a job, I really think I could put some work for you around here.
Cyrus is like keeping composure, but on the inside he is dying of laughter.
Thank you. I'm very flattered, but I don't know if that line of work really is suited for me. But thank you again.
So my brother said that'll be a cold day in the 9 hells.
She kind of punches him from like smiling at Boris and just kind of like does one of those on the side. Thank you again.
Ow. Am I wrong or am I wrong? Jeez.
Don't be fucking rude!
Keep your mouth shut.
What's next, you guys?
I guess we head out.
Cool.
Dea does when she says that. She kind of has a small like little smile. You could tell she's not pissed, but
She is flattered.
You make your way out of Corwin. Some hearts broken.
Thank God.
Others ready for the next step. When you're leaving, the sunlight kind of starts to set, and that is when your character, Doug, awakes, as we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way towards Corwin, and you see the adventurers take their leave.
I'm gonna follow close behind, and try and catch up if I can.
In time, y'all have high passive perceptions. Are you stealthy about this or no?
Nah.
Okay. Very quickly, you hear footfalls behind you.
Dea's hand distinctly goes to her dagger, just not.
I immediately turn around, sword in hand.
Yeah, husband pulls the shield off his back and turns around.
I just put my hands up. Okay.
You see
Okay.
Nathan.
Listen.
Nathan!
Nathan!
Hi.
Nathan?
Did you get lost?
Yeah, actually. You. Why the fuck do you know? Okay. Anyway. So.
I don't know. I just assumed you were here because you definitely went the other way before, and now you're coming.
It was. My brain did a lot when I was gone. First, I realized I don't know where the fuck I am in terms of home, so that's one thing. But also, Sai, can we talk, like, away from everyone else? I have something I really need to fucking tell you, like, but.
Okay. Sure.
Sorry, guys. Just 1 second, and I move over more into the tree.
I'll
What's
go
up?
quarantine the book.
Thank you. And so once we're away from the group, I just turn to you and get a little bit closer, and even with the group away, I just lower my voice. So, Gerard is not dead. Not completely, anyway.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
So his body's dead, but his whatever Osbin and Azravana did worked kinda. He's in the Feywild. At least his spirit is.
Okay.
But his body is dead, so he doesn't really know how to get out. And honestly, up until yesterday, I thought I was dreaming up that shit. So this is new territory for me too. But yeah. So what happened was I left and I realized how in over my head I was with leaving without you guys and a whole lot of stuff. Anyway, not important. What is important is that I fell asleep and I woke up in the Feywild, which I go to every now and then. It's kind of like a little happy place for me. But no one was ever there before until yesterday, and he wanted me to let you know that he's still around, but he doesn't know where the door out is. And yeah.
Okay, so That was a lot you just threw at me. Here's
Yeah.
my question.
Right.
Cool, he might be alive, he might not be, his spirit might be trapped somewhere in some other fucking realm. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that information, Nate?
I'm not.
And he absolutely yelled that, so they probably heard.
Yeah, Dea perks up a little bit and tries not to obviously look in their direction.
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna be looking into it, but
Nate, look, I love you, you're great, I hate you, but you are also not pretty enough to be this stupid.
yeah.
So, I'm not entirely sure what the point. I can't even speak right now. There's so much going on.
I'm not saying I have a plan or anything in place. I just thought you would want to know.
Thanks? But Look, we got a direction. We're headed... Fuck, I don't know. I was only half paying attention. We're going somewhere. Something about killing 2 birds with 2 stones. Talking to Losi. Talking... Something about an airship.
Wait, well...
I can't
are we
fucking
talking
do this.
Lucy?
I don't know. Something... Remember, she said something about taking care of something in Scythia, so we thought maybe we go talk to her, see if we can help. And Nasravana said something about an airship, and Osbin has something there, I guess. So we're checking multiple things off the list, and we're going to Scythia, and now this is one more thing we gotta add to the fucking list, and it's a fucking lot, and I don't know what to do.
Okay.
So we're tabling this because we have no solution, no ideas for a solution, no even threads of an idea of a solution, or how to fix it, or how to get him out, or free him, or maybe he's not even there. Who the fuck knows? But we have a track right now, and I do not have the mental capacity to deal with this. So we are tabling this. Alright?
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that we're all over, like watching Nathan get eviscerated.
We probably heard all of this.
Oh yeah, you heard all of that.
And at this point, Nathan's just like staring at the ground as he's yelling. Alright, well...
Come on! And I smacked the back of his head as I walked back towards the group.
Glad to be back. And Nathan just follows Cyrus to the others.
Dea lets Cyrus do his thing, and then she's gonna give Nathan a side hug. And
So we going or what?
keep going. Scythia.
So this awkward road trip continues.
Yay!
This awkward road trip continues. It is not an easy road to Scythia. Corwin itself has a relatively nice lawn, you might say. You trace the sides of the mountains. You move through the forest with relative ease as it starts to disperse into a much less dense thing. It takes several days, unless there's anything you guys want to do during any of the nights.
They would probably want to talk to Osbin for a hot second.
You make camp
Their watches.
on night 1. I think it's pretty safe to say you do both, in fact.
Catching the hut.
Oh,
Hut.
I guess since Cyrus is doing that, like, Nathan starts to do a thing, and he's like, oh, okay.
You should do your thing anyway because it's new and it's cool.
Yeah, so as you're starting to do your hut, I'm like, hang on. I also like figured out some stuff that are pretty cool. So I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the. I'm gonna use the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
That sounds dope.
It was really
Basically, a magic sphere, 30-foot radius appears, and we get a +5 bonus to stealth checks and perception checks, and any light from open flames inside the sphere isn't visible outside it, and we get total cover.
That's awesome.
Oh, that works. That thing can be around the little. So we can have a fire outside of the tent, so we don't. The tent
Yeah.
that Sai makes. The Sai tent.
Side tent.
Tent.
I can, yeah, because I can push it sort of like to one side, so like the circles like connect, and then we still have some like. If yours is a 30-foot, I think mine's a 20-foot, so we still have like 10 feet of space where we can have. Oh, just kidding. We have like 20 feet of space, so I can definitely put the tent in it, and we still have room for a fire and shit. So I'll still cast it.
Okay.
Because it's at least like actual shelter if
So now
rain
we don't
and
have a
things.
now we don't have a purple dome just sticking out.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Bubble inside a bubble.
Bubbles.
Extra cover. Extra cover.
So many bubbles.
So, apparently you guys are just super good at making camp now. We're not going to say specifics, but the night does pass, and eventually, pretty logically, Osben and Dea are on watch together.
Big shock.
You're kidding. What a shocker. No one could have predicted this.
Who would have guessed?
Yep.
Big surprise.
Okay, so Dea's flipping through. She's actually flipping through your book, Osben, that she has. The one that's not as angsty. I forgot to write down the name. I have it. I'm starting to write down stuff in. The one that's as least angsty as the rest.
Is it Peace and Penance or the
believe so.
Politics of Persuasion?
Peace and Penance. That's what it is. Peace and Penance. She's actually flipping through that. And she's gonna. She looks over at you. What are you doing? How's your demeanor? Should I roll to see how I could read you?
I don't know.
Are
Is
you
he
trying-
hiding anything?
Roll inside,
that's what
motherfucker!
I don't think he's really hiding anything right now. It's a little late for like writing and reading for him, so he's probably just kind of arms crossed, staring into the fire, just spacing out.
Cool.
I'm actually going to. While he's looking into the fire, I'm going to cast Control Flames, and I'm gonna make a little figure of us two walking and holding hands in the fire, so he sees that
Oh my god.
to get his attention.
I just got so many cavities. Thanks, Dan. Now I have diabetes. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Diabetes.
Just trying to help.
Diabetes.
Diabetes awareness.
He's
she's
kind
gonna
of,
say-
yeah, he notices it and he just kind of looks over with a soft smile.
I've been getting better at working with fire.
I can tell, it's very good.
Stupid question. How are you doing?
About as well as you'd expect, I suppose. I guess I shouldn't say that. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was better. This is the first time in a long time that I've had a path to take. I've known where to go.
You've been looking for her for a long time.
I have.
So you didn't get much details besides the fact that she's working with my father.
Unfortunately not. She's in the mountains near Scythia. She's been working with... I mean, I suppose it could be someone different, but I'm assuming it's with your father in that group.
I was really... Can't imagine any other cult that's in the Redwoods that wouldn't be. Anyway, well, I don't know how much he would want to share with the group, but if we're going to be possibly... I don't want you to go alone. I'm going with you. And I'm sure everyone else would like to know what... If you try to do a mission by yourself, would like to know what's going on. But that's up to you. I do know
I'll tell. I'm not gonna go out of my way to inform them of my life story, though.
No, of course not. I just know if... You telling me that confirmed all the fears I had about who my father really is. I've tried to avoid thinking about it. I told you how I was afraid that I might have to choose one day, and I've been very naive my whole life, because after I left, I thought maybe if I didn't think or speak of home again, things wouldn't get worse than what I thought. I could keep that idea of who my father was. Troubled he may be, but I thought he was... How bad is he, Osmond?
I remember you told me this before, DM. I just know that was a long time ago.
What was it again?
Like
How fucked up is...
how fucked up her dad actually is.
Oh no.
I think that's all we need to know.
I think that says it all right there.
The Twin Towers were neither twins nor towers. Discuss.
Beep up boop ba doop ba doop doop.
Fraternal skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turtle skyscrapers. You
Wait,
I mean,
motherfucker.
even twins have differences, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Even twins have differences. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Fraternal-
truth. Fraternal twins do not look identical. That's the whole point of identical twins.
Even identical twins have differences. Like there were these twins at my high school. Really chill dudes. I don't remember if you're and now I'm forgetting their names. Vince, you would know them.
I don't know. We are on the internet live. Maybe they don't want their names said.
True.
Yeah.
I once knew.
On Facebook,
Are you
by the way.
Are you talking about like who we first did D&D with in the Fallout one?
No. They
No,
weren't
okay.
twins. The twins at Rio.
Oh, the twins.
Yeah, because they still had differences, and like those
Right,
are how I told them
right.
apart.
That's
But
right.
like, from the pictures I've seen of the Twin Towers, I could not see any distinguishing features between the two.
There
I
would be
once knew a set
differences
of
on the
quadruplets.
insects.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
There would be differences.
I'm just saying,
They're-
like, the Twin Towers are more like clones, because even clones would have some differences as to like, the inner
Okay.
workings.
Okay.
I
Is that
wasn't
all?
expecting us to actually discuss that, and then we did. So you
It's
said
like one of those
discuss.
things. It's one of those things. There's so many, but you can't really pick out a specific instance. Just of what I just sent.
Oh no. So
Well,
Osmond just got a novel from God, so give him a second to read it.
Didn't really get a novel. There wasn't like that much to say, admittedly.
well, in the past, I only heard of him the word of mouth. He was affectionately referred to as Malcolm the Malicious.
Affectionately referred to as.
It was told that he delighted in the destruction of non-humans. In particular, he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty in the matter. I never heard anything good about him. It was always horror stories, things that just sent shivers down your spine, things that rivaled things that I saw. I thought that was the worst about him, but if he's working with Drazina now,
Dad.
I just kind of put my hand like on her arm. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me.
I think deep down, I knew all along that something was very, very wrong. But when you grow up and you're surrounded by everyone who hates you and wants you, just your existence, the fact that you're in the same house as them, the same area, you're breathing the same air, they want you nothing but gone, and just you feel the hatred every day, and the only person who told you you had worth and who said they loved you and protected you, one of the only people in my life that I thought truly was who you described right now, and it makes me question, was all of that, any of that even true? Why did he take me in? Was I just being groomed for something? Was anything that I thought I would... He was my father. I would have died for him. Leaving that place was easy. Leaving my caretaker Imelda, that was the difficult decision. I could have left at any point because I hated that place with every fiber of my being, but leaving them, I was afraid of what the other priests would have done to him, because I knew he put a target on his back by taking me in. He was the only person in the history of that godforsaken church that didn't kill a non-human at first sight. He actually took one in, and I freaking got branded into that place. That should have been a cardinal sin, but for some reason, that should have told me that something more was up. But maybe that was his plan. If he was the only person who ever showed me any compassion, of course I would idolize him. Of course I still love him. And I hate myself for it. If everything that I've been hearing since I left that place was true, I knew it was horrible, but I didn't know. He was very selective in what I saw. I would accompany him at times to hearings where he would judge people who had broken commandments, or there were non-humans that were found in the area, or maybe that's why I think I did so well at Azravana's trials, because I thought of all the instances I had watched my father, and I always thought he handled things with the harshness that needed to be done, because he always told me that he didn't enjoy doing what he did, but he had to do it because it was right. And if it was easy, then the world would have been, he wouldn't have needed to do what he needed to do. That people don't take the firm action because it's easy, it's because it's difficult. And I always thought it was admirable of him. Even when I watched and stood by his side when he set full families on fire, because God forbid a human had a child with an elf, and that was damnation. I hated it, but my father was very good at making it seem like there was no other option, that it was saving their soul, basically. But
I just kind of squeeze her arm a little bit harder. You're not alone, Dea. I'm familiar with that damnation. I'm sure all of us here can speak for the same. I understand how hard it is to have your fears come true. To have it confirmed that your father is not the man that you saw that he was when you were younger.
and Dea takes off her necklace and just kind of like is flipping it around in her hands. Do you think it would help? Maybe. I was originally going to ask you a long time ago because I was worried about how he was. But now, maybe. Do you think you could do the thing where you see where a person is? Maybe if he is working with Lady Drazina, you could get some sort of clue as to what's going on. I don't know. It's a shot in the dark.
I can try. It doesn't always work, but I've heard a lot about him, but it'll help me find him if I can see him. And in order to do that, I have to get in your head.
I'm ready to stop running from my past. I'm ready to stop. I'm just as guilty as many of the people he's killed because I was naive and competent and just ignored so many red flags, and what my gut was telling me was wrong. But I was told, no, that's just the devil in you trying to steer you away from what's right. I'm ready to stop lying to myself.
I understand. It took me a long time to stop running too. Now just relax. Focus on him. And I'll use my channel divinity to get in her head.
Okay.
Do you want to do this, man?
Oh boy!
I needed that to get through this.
This
Same.
tall to ride on this roller coaster.
Your vision shifts and you plunge deep into the magic you released. At first, it's just this dark, empty space. You hear different voices coming from all directions. Dea, as you hear her names on some, occasionally you pick out a name, other times it's all just mumbling and gibberish and nonsense. And it's just as you start to think it fills your head with too much that you'll have to retract your thoughts. You open your eyes, and you are in this woodland. All of the leaves are this red color, vibrant, the shade you would normally find on apples. Leaves drifting down gently sometime in the fall as they turn into this burnt orange on the floor. These very interesting flowers rising up just above your knee length. These lilies of very, very deep crimson color with this vague red fog that sits just below the petals. You look around as there's nobody in sight until you look just over the next hill, and you hear this small child laughing. You proceed closer. The child is one with horns. This mark on her hand you can't quite discern. Giggling and laughing, and you see this man, a human, a large man, even by human standards. He is not in particularly built. He's not in particularly built, but something about him is very imposing. Brown hair that is relatively short and well kept. A beard of the same color, and high priest's robes. Always keeping his eye on the child. He never says anything, but watches, flanked by 2 other clerics and this woman with beautiful brown skin and purple eyes. Your image flashes again, and you see all these other pictures of this man who never really seems to interact with her directly. He's in the room on occasion, but you have a hard time recalling specific memories where he exchanges words with the girl in all of her various ages. In fact, you're surprised how many of them you find that are of a child. There's this singular emotion every time he's with you. This weird sense of emptiness. A pit in your stomach that is just the size of God in your chest. You find it hard to continue digging for what you're looking for, and so you come out of it.
Yeah, she's crying pretty good now. All I ever wanted was him to be me.
Sorry, what'd you say? All you ever wanted was what?
Oh, for him to be proud of me. His approval. To prove that I wasn't a mistake to let in. To let live. I saw him kill any other person that slightly resembled me. I think I needed myself. Why was I worth living? Why was I... Why me?
It's clear he saw something in you. Can't speak for what, but you don't need others' approval. You're not a mistake. None of us are. And I understand if you find it hard to agree with me now. It took me a long time to get over that. I heard it my whole life. But you're not in this alone, Dea. You have me, you have Nathan, you have Cyrus, you have all of us. You don't need him. We're your new family now.
I know. And I'm so grateful for that.
No. I'm going to continue forward and try to see if I can find him. But before I do, is there anything that you happen to have of his possession of any kind?
She kind of holds out her necklace. And he made this for me.
Perfect.
So.
That'll work. I'll take that. And I will cast scrying on her father.
What's your save?
Okay, so it's the base save is a 17. If you count the necklace as having a possession,
I see that.
it would bring it up to a 21. I don't know what you'd consider the knowledge I'd have for
I
the
would
scrying.
probably consider it firsthand.
Firsthand? Okay, so then it'd be... And then likeness or picture, since I just looked in her head, would I also get that modifier too?
Yes.
Okay, so then it'd be in total, he'd have to beat a 23 on a wisdom save.
Jeez.
You reach outward. You feel like you start to grab hold, but every lead you find with your magic turns into dust. Every time you get close, this red mist fills your senses, like something's blocking it.
Okay. Well, I think I would have had him, but there's some kind of magic around him preventing me from seeing him.
I'm sure he has his tricks. I wouldn't be surprised.
As does Drazina.
Thanks,
sorry.
Osmond. No, I was hoping it might help you. But it would have been maybe at least nice to know what he was doing, just to have that knowledge. Osmond. And she holds his hand and just kind of the rest of their watch just is kind of quiet.
Cool. Anyone else want to do anything this night? Okay. So, happily, we resume our little walk. Anything you guys want to talk about at all on this trip?
Nope.
Okay.
This is going to be a very
You sure?
introspective walk.
Yeah. But you do all wake up the morning after. Surprisingly, I had to roll for it. I'm kidding. And you make your way towards Scythia. You start to notice a lot of the leaves having fallen off the trees. Until eventually you start to see flecks of snow on your walk northward. The trees themselves have been slowly, over these past several days, starting to take on more different colors as the holiday season arrives. It takes a few days, more than you would have liked. It's been a very strange walk with a lot of strange emotions flying around. And you see, you get to the top of the hill, some snow flecked on the ground. And you see this relatively small town. And you can see from this distance a lot of people. Way more than fit in there. In fact, you see like small settlements around it, like tent cities. And just off in the distance, you see the great mountains of Scythia, where the city typically resides. Huge, massive things.
Well, I think we found it.
Yep.
So this is the town of
Scotty Redoubt.
Scythia Down. Okay.
What do you guys do?
From this distance, can we tell, like, are the people... I guess I'm asking, does it look like these people have been forced here? Are they, like,
Oh yeah,
refugees?
they're refugees
Like,
easily. None of like you have to get closer, obviously, but like all these tent cities, these were not planned. You sent there a lot of refugees here of varying races.
I'll just kind of try to catch the arm of the first person I see.
You reach out and you actually catch the arm of a woman. She doesn't notice you. She startles her a little bit. She has like her horns like under this big wrap of blankets. May I help you?
I'm sorry. Sorry, ma'am. I was just curious, what's going on here? Why is everyone camping outside the village?
Outsiders, huh?
Just got in.
She motions, she looks back towards the giant mountain. A beast has taken up residence in there. Forced all of us out. It's a wonder of us not everyone got destroyed trying to leave.
Dragon?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, are you near, Nathan? She regards you. Yes. If I were you, travelers, I would turn around. There's nothing for you here.
Our course is Scythia bound.
Then your course is probably death.
Has a group gone through here recently?
A group?
They usually just call. One notable person, if you saw them, you couldn't have missed her. Red hair, really loud, probably.
Really
give you
drunk?
Yeah.
If you're talking about the Fallen Sun's girl, then yes, they'd be closer to the city. A few days walk that
Okay.
direction.
Okay.
Thank you. Before we go, is there anything you can tell us about the dragon Scythia? Anything? Anything that'll help us?
You're looking to kill it?
Or just avoid it?
Well, it seems to have taken residence in the greater part of Scythia, the upper district. I'm sure there's a band of mercenaries that came through here a while ago that could probably tell you more. Closer to Scythia, they have a camp set up.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yes. She hurries off in the direction of one of her tents.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna go kill a dragon. Great.
At least we're not
He
gonna
pulls
be
his cloak a little tighter around.
It is a little
Unfortunately,
chilly.
I don't know if we'll be able to find any place to stay here. I kind of look around at all the refugees in tent camps and people packed in.
I mean,
You
we
see
could just.
like
let's
merchants
go.
like in various carts like rushing like maddeningly to put things together. You see all of these people in tents. Just there's this air of just poverty and depression, and it's not a great feel.
Are there
Uh,
any like materials around? Can I help build some like sturdy little shelters?
There aren't a lot of trees around. This is kind of like a barren like a snow area.
I don't know how to work with
Come
snow.
on,
Could
we
I?
should get going.
Could I use plant growth to aid in that?
You would have to find plants. And plant growth doesn't last for an hour, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean to at least create materials, as it were.
Oh
But
no,
if
I understand. That's not what I thought plant growth was at all. Yes, you could. You'd have to find some plants though.
Yeah. And there aren't any in the area, I'm assuming.
Make a nature check.
Ooh.
I'm assuming it's
Druids
kind of
find-
like a
You check your-
open field kind of areas
Mhm.
that's covered in snow at the base of a mountain.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
We should
Yeah.
we should get
Let's
leaving.
move on, you guys. I'm getting real bad vibes from this place. Let's go.
Before we go,
24.
I just have something I want to do.
Oh, were you looking to do this over 8 hours or one action?
1 hour. Wait. Oh, wait.
One action or 8 hours.
One action. Sorry.
One action is going to immediately drastically increase everything. 8 hours is going to enrich the soil
Yeah.
for a year in a half-mile radius.
Jeez.
You have to talk to your companions about it.
Yeah. So I'll turn to everyone and I say, I don't feel comfortable.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. You do
Go ahead.
see the makings of winter root. This hardy thing that can be used for its berries and occasionally for fires and foraging. A very diverse plant. Do you remember your mother bringing in one year for during harvest season? So technically speaking, you could help.
As you turn back to the group, Osmond's probably already walking off towards like one of the vendors or something like that.
And so, like, even calling out so that he can hear. I don't feel comfortable not lending a hand. I can do something. I mean, if you guys want to do something else, sure, but I'm at least going to give some sort of cover.
I don't feel comfortable being here, period. So you want to do that? Fine. I'm going to go settle somewhere outside.
Okay. Volan?
I can help.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go to one of the vendors.
You come across, you go to one of the vendors who is has this cart set up. This half-orcish male who is moving very quickly, some kind of apothecary store. Although he seems a lot of his stores are out right now, and you see
Okay.
in one of the vials
I'm
has
in-
these really red petals put together that are not entirely unfamiliar.
Okay. In specific, I'm looking for someone who's helping distribute like food or.
Okay. So you're going to find you do look deeper into the town, asking directions for a few people, and they point you towards the center, where the town square would be. And you find this this woman seems to have taken charge with her blonde hair up in a bun. A human female wrapped in layers, scarves and blankets, directing other people to hand out different food, blankets. They're stretched pretty thin from what you gather.
Excuse me.
Yes, I'll be with you in just a minute. We have more blankets in the back, I promise. Please give us a little bit of time.
No, I'm looking to help.
Yeah. Excuse me?
I might be able to help. It seems you're running a bit thin. I might be able to help.
Well, we could always use more men if you want to take price over there. Start an assembly line going. That would be amazing.
Do you have any containers, any barrels, anything that's empty right now?
She stops doing what she's doing and she comes. Who are you?
I'm just looking to help. I'm a friend. Listen, I can
Yes,
provide.
I have barrels. She leads you up a flight of stairs, and there's just a lot of empty barrels, probably having once held food of some kind.
Great. So I will cast create food and water 3 times. So
How much
that
does
will
that
be
make?
Okay, well, I'll fill up the
5 pounds.
barrels there with. I'll fill up the barrels there with water, and then the food I'll just let, like, if there's not enough room in barrels, just kind of around. But casting it enough to fill up the barrels, how many castings would that be?
That's 30 gallons of water.
God damn.
You know, it's funny. In my wide array of knowledge and expertise, I do not happen to know how many fluid ounces a barrel holds. So,
Doug on it.
we're going to, because you wanted to cast it 3 times, right?
Well, I don't want to, like, flood this place with water, but
Just enough to fill whatever they have.
You know what they
to
need?
get
A
there.
swimming pool.
Totally.
That'll cheer everyone up.
Everyone needs a swimming pool.
who doesn't love to swim in winter?
So, a barrel.
Make a hot tub. Make it a hot tub instead.
A barrel holds 36 gallons.
Okay.
So you would basically fill about 3 barrels of water.
There's a different kind. There's another one that holds 59 gallons, and it is called the Bordeaux type barrel.
We'll say these are about 30-gallon barrels. How's that?
Standard
Okay,
barrel.
and how many barrels are there?
There's a room full. Like, this is where all of their previous stores used to live, and then they got used.
Okay, and what time of day is it?
It is mid to early, like 10 a.m.
And it's a couple days travel from here to Scythia?
Yes. By foot.
Okay, I will create food and water using all of my 3rd levels. That's 3 castings. And all of my 4th levels. That's 6 castings.
That's a lot of water. Okay, cool. And how much?
So
that's a lot of food.
In theory, that should be enough to feed and sustain 90 people.
And thank you for doing the math for that before me. Thank you so much. You see a woman mouth agape. Sure you don't want to stay for a few days?
We have business elsewhere. If I can come back, I will.
Well, I guess there are still good ones left. Name's Ophelia.
Osmond, I shake her hand.
A pleasure to meet you. A lot of people will actually be able to eat tonight because of you.
I'm glad I can help.
Well, I have some work to attend to. Enjoy your visit.
Thank you. Good luck. And I'll head back to the group.
When he does this, I want to look for any tents that have like people who are really badly injured, you know?
Yeah.
Who might be a little rough for wear.
You just... To anyone who is looking, there is this, like it's hard to describe. You're walking amongst all these people, and to any outsiders, it might be like an angel amidst the dead sort of situation. You carry yourself with a purpose and a presence that these people no longer have the energy to. You see children, men, women, animals, all having their own troubles and woes, and it isn't until you you find this one woman moaning, just hurt on the snow. She has black hair, short and disheveled. Has clearly had better days.
Like, Can I decipher how severe her wounds are?
Make a medicine check.
Got it. Alright, come on, first roll tonight. Let's do something decent for once. That's not decent. Fucking 6.
6.
Fucking sick.
6. I rolled a 4.
She has a case of sick.
She has a case of sick. Okay.
You know, okay,
Wow,
that's
that's
pretty
rough.
pretty severe.
It's pretty
Wow,
severe.
Okay.
Better lop it
So
off.
yeah. Let's get Vola
No.
amputate this shit.
You know, I don't think it's contagious. I think she'll be fine.
Contagious sick!
Daya's good. So she's like just laying on the ground.
Yeah. Like
okay,
this
Daya's
cold
good.
sweat, eyes closed.
Daya's gonna kneel down. Excuse me, are you? Pardon me. You don't look like you're doing too well. Are you okay?
Do I look okay?
No.
That was my.
What do you want?
My name is Daya. I have some healing magic abilities. If you would like, I can try and maybe lessen whatever pain you're in.
What do you want in return?
Just to see you not in this much pain, honestly. My friends and I are traveling through, and just if I can do anything to help someone, I can travel a little lighter.
You're a kind soul, girl. And you won't last long out here if you keep that way.
I'm surprised I've lasted long myself, but even so, I'll try to do my best while I'm still breathing.
Well, I won't stop you.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her, 3rd level. So 3d8 plus 4. Let's get that down. Okay. Okay, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You feel the magic do its work. You see some color come back into her face. She bolts upright. That. Thank you.
Welcome.
I
I hand her my water skin.
She drinks it down fast. Then she gets back to you and she just like puts her hand to her mouth. That was. If my mother could see me right now. Wiping it off her mouth.
Don't worry about it.
Listen, I'm just an old woman, but take this, please. She hands you this, this small pyramid-shaped diamond.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
Please. I don't want to owe anyone anything. It would make me feel better, and what's good's it doing with me out here in this city? I'm alone. I have no spouse. I have no children. Please take this.
Perhaps it could get you some.
Please. And she like shoves it like towards you.
Okay.
I would rather
Rest
this.
easier.
I will not owe anyone anything. Take the damn diamond.
Okay.
Word from the old, or is it wise? If someone offers you something, please take it.
Thank you. Get some rest as much as you can.
I will try. Be safe. What was I didn't catch your name.
Daya.
Dea. I'll remember that.
I don't think I caught your name.
You didn't.
Fair enough. Be safe too. She is up and tries to find everyone else.
As Ravana's looking very, like, out of shape, like, what do I do? This is not my specialty, and is just reading her books. Nathan, what did you choose?
I chose to do a couple of the one action ones, just to...
You're casting this multiple times?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to create an array of materials for Vola and I to make use of.
Okay.
Also because he doesn't want to keep everyone waiting.
You, because each cast is a 100-foot radius, you find yourself having to circle the town. Instantly, you see these, albeit these trees sprout up out of nowhere. These dead saplings that were just on the cusp of death, and they grow into these old trunks of trees with green leaves, as if it were the middle of spring. You see these winter buds bloom up in the same way you might see a rose, with these buds that open up and these ice-colored berries in the center of them. Hardy things that will probably live for quite some time. And all of a sudden, the area around Scotty Redoubt is like a oasis in the middle of a desert.
Alright, and so I turned to Vola. Right, let's get working on at least building a few of them.
Yeah.
I would do more, but everybody's wanting to get it out quick, so. And I'm gonna... Do I still have that? I do not still have that. Then I'm gonna... Shit, I don't have an axe. I guess I'm gonna try and use my spear to help at least section off some bits of wood to use. And no, I'm gonna use this time to harvest berries.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna walk into the area and be like, does anybody have a tree cutting axe?
Oh, just like in like the tent city?
Yeah, I'm just asking, does anybody have a tree cutting axe?
Everyone, roll persuasion.
So that would be a 2.
There's this silence, and everyone looks at you really funny.
Okay.
As Ravana appears behind you and gives you a dagger.
No, I don't want a dagger. I want an axe. I have my own little hand axes. I just wanted something a little bigger to cut down trees. Thank you, though. And I hand her back her dagger.
So, DM, for one of my other cantrips, I switched them out to have mold earth, which I can use stone as well. With that in Druidcraft, could I feasibly make an axe?
You could use Druidcraft to feasibly, like, if you wanted to elongate the hand axe and turn it into like a tree cutting axe, you could.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just do that.
So he's modifying one of my hand axes and making it bigger?
Yes, if that's something you want.
Okay.
I
I can
walk
do that.
over and... Okay, cool.
You do, it's he actually uses a piece of one of the winter buds to do this, because you can't just like, it's dead wood. You can't just like make it longer.
Right.
So he raises up, twists it on the ground. It's really nice. Make sure you change like whatever is your hand axe in your inventory to a regular axe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this really nice, like soft blue, white, wintry colored branch that he uses to increase the length.
Will that do?
Yeah.
That'll
Cool.
do.
I'm gonna get some.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
I'm gonna go get some berries because they can actually be used for some sort of sustenance. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna like shout out to everyone. If anyone has any experience with foraging, berries are good, yo. And I start picking some,
Berries are
gathering
good,
them.
yo.
Mate,
These are
say
good.
Berries
persuasion.
are good. Yo.
Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Anything you want to do right now, Cyrus? You're just watching this happen.
Oh no, I'm like half a mile outside of the city. I fucking left.
He just
I-
let us do our thing.
He's like,
I'm half a
"Hey."
mile outside the fucking city. I made my little hut for myself, and I'm just waiting for them to catch up.
Nice.
18.
I want out of this as soon as possible. Bad memories coming up.
A bunch of the townspeople get up and they start plucking the berries, and they're keeping each other honest because it stops them from just like shoveling their faces.
Mhm.
And it's just like, okay, we'll take it to town. And basically what ends up happening is between the two of you end up making a bunch of very relatively nice houses. Like, well, huts, basically. But with, like, all of your
Yay.
expertise. A lot of the trees are now kind of gone. And you just use them to make huts. Because while a lot of trees did get made and they were quite old and big, weren't too many of them in this area.
Yeah.
And you take all your loot back into the center of town looking for a place to put them. Vola, I imagine, having accompanied him. And you find this human woman with her head kept up in a bun, blonde hair. What is this?
I saw the refugees and I figured I'd help out some. These berries give enough sustenance to at least keep people alive.
We built some little shelters too. For like pregnant people and children.
You aren't with
And I
that
guess
other one,
anyone
are
else
you?
too.
Define
Well-
other one.
White hair, eyepiece.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're with him.
I won't turn this down. We have plenty of storage back. Here, let me show you. And she leads you back into like this big construct that used to be like what you can imagine like the town like meeting place.
Mhm.
And you fill up all these barrels. You fill up 7 barrels with berries.
Damn.
Nice.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of berries.
And you see all these
Yeah.
other like barrels having been filled up with like with these like parcels of food, and you're like, oh, he's been here.
We've seen this before.
We've seen this. And I just, who can I thank for all of this? Are you some kind of mercenary group? Or
We are an
the bad blood
adventuring
pack.
group. Adventuring group.
an adventuring group? Wonderful. The people here will be very grateful for all of this, and these will make the nights ahead a little easier for a time.
Why are you all like this again? Because there was something wrong with the city up the road?
There is a wild dragon who is taking residence in the castle of Scythia.
Did the dragon just take all of it? Like the whole town?
Yes, it's too dangerous to live anywhere near there now. He lives on the top of the city, and we evacuated him. Scythia hasn't had a dragon attack in several hundred years. This is a bit out of left field.
What kind of a dragon is it?
A white dragon. Whiter than the snow itself.
Oh.
I don't know very much about dragons.
DM, would I know about dragon
Roll history.
history?
Broken?
They're just like big lizards, right?
As far as you know, yeah.
Oh no! This is
Yeah,
Vola
this is big
asking in
lizard's
character. No, this
Well,
is Vola
they're-
asking.
Better.
They're
She's
quadrupeds,
just
giant quadrupeds with wings.
Oh, so it's a big lizard with wings, and you said it's a white one.
Yes.
It'll be difficult to see because the ground is also white.
What'd you roll for history?
That was a 6. Nathan don't know shit.
Mm-mm.
It is flying
Vola's
lizard.
just talking.
Yeah.
You know what Vola is saying. Vola is just like talking to the phone. She's like, "Oh, it's a lizard
And so
with legs."
Nathan just shrugs. I mean, makes sense. Natural cover.
Cool. Well, hopefully this helped.
It really did. We
I
won't forget.
I would stay longer and increase the yield for like a year, but like we've said, we have business outside the city.
Please,
If we
please don't
if we come back though, I'll do my best.
Thank you, really. I have work to get to though, and apparently food to distribute. So if you don't mind,
Good luck.
You
And,
as well.
Make melon.
Cyrus taking a load off. Azabana's reading a book.
You-
All that
you know
just
what?
happened.
I was just gonna say I haven't journaled in a few days. I think I'll journal a bit since I apparently have a break.
Did Azrabana
Good.
follow Sai? Or is she
Nah.
just
She
kind
wants
of,
to.
She's around.
she's just chilling with all the
Yeah.
refugees?
Probably waiting for one to die so she has something to do with it.
I was gonna say, are the refugees disconcerted at all by her?
Oh yeah, very much
The
so.
Skelly
Very
Buddies!
much so. By her.
And
White
it's
hair. White hair
Janet.
queen.
Especially, what was their name? Sharon?
Janet.
Janet.
Janet. Oh, Janet is a thing, isn't she?
She's
Wait,
Janet is
Janet.
very much a thing.
Didn't Janet
No,
die?
No.
No,
No,
not
no.
Janet survived.
That was
Janet.
one of the other.
One of the
zombies.
skeletons died, but Janet survived.
Damn it, Janet.
so she's got like one skeleton and Janet.
Yeah. So Azabana's kind of like keeping to like the outskirts because like who needs that attention? Janet does the most strange thing and actually like managed to fold herself flat and follow in Azrabana's shadow.
She is a shadow.
Okay, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So
That's pretty
occasionally,
cool.
if anyone were to look down at her shadow, you might see like this pair of like white eyeballs staring back.
Oh god.
I love it.
Wow.
Somebody call
Amazing.
Azravana and tell her that this is what's happening.
Yeah. Your shadow has eyes.
Yeah. But aside from that, they're just kind of like waiting around. The cold does not seem to affect her in any way, shape, or form.
There.
Okay.
Like cold, don't like
I am-
cold.
I imagine that even though I have a cloak, like my more fisherman's garb is not keeping up with the cold as well.
Not really. It's not like super chilly, but it's like someone put the AC on a little too high.
Hmm.
I'm 100% fine because I'm wearing my ring of warmth.
Oh yeah. You do have
Ah,
that.
this girl can't get touched by fire or ice. Yeah.
Well then.
What's next,
So
you guys?
Great. I probably would try and find everyone else. Gather up.
Nathan will probably do the same, trying to keep an eye out for any clothing shops in the area.
Good luck, my friend. People
Yeah.
are fighting for blankets.
Good luck.
Here, Dea will probably she spots Nathan. Do I notice you are obviously cold?
I mean, probably like fisherman's outfit. Like
Okay.
he probably his pant legs only go a little bit past the knee.
Oh, here, she takes off. She's wearing the purple cloak that Sai gave her, and she just wraps it around his other cloak and double bundles him in, and she kind of just like, she just totally does the mom, puts the coat on, you know.
Aww.
Here, there we go.
Your mom loves you, Nathan.
Thanks, Dea.
No problem. Everyone would probably think Dea would be freezing her ass off because she has her. Now she's just wearing her blue robe, just walking in the snow.
Yeah, Nathan's like, alright. Don't. You might.
Mm-mm,
Hypothermia, dude.
mm-mm.
Uh,
I got this from Steve, I believe. I believe I got it from him.
okay. Cool.
I'm good.
At this point, I feel like Vola will start to notice that it's cold.
Yeah,
Hey,
Everyone's
DM,
starting to- it's
DM.
that's me.
did winter happen in the what was it called? The Aurelian Wildwood, where?
I mean, yeah, winter does happen.
Okay, then she knows how to deal with winter, so she
Yeah.
probably has some winter clothes, right? Because I just have traveler clothes on my sheet.
Yeah, hey, you know
Cool.
how to deal. Theoretically, you
I'm-
would find like a clothier or a tailor, except the only shop that looks like it'd be something like that is a little out of business.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna switch into my longer pants and my longer shirt, and just put that on underneath my chainmail and my chain shirt. All the other things. What am I wearing?
What am I wearing?
I'm wearing
Which any
chainmail.
adventurer needs to think before they go into their next dungeon crawl.
What am I wearing?
And so.
I've got like my fancy robes on. Is that doing anything? Well, actually, I'm in my hut, so it's warm and dry in the hut, so I'm
Again,
good.
it's not like freezing cold. It's just like someone turned
Uh-huh.
the AC up a little too high.
So,
Wonderful.
besides, even if I was cold, Cyrus would be used to that.
Like it's not, there isn't like blankets of snow on the ground, but there is like some
Yes.
piles starting.
Okay.
Kind of
Okay.
icy.
There's a bit of a chill.
Yeah.
Still, Cyrus is used to that. It's fine.
And so Nathan just looks to Dea. So are we looking to head out sometime soon, or?
Yeah, I think Sai just booked it out of here, so I was thinking of trying to find wherever he ended up. He looked really uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm sure my talk with him didn't necessarily help that. Alright, let's try and wrangle up people. And I pull out my walkie-talkie and just say, hey, Vola, we're gonna try and meet up with Sai.
And I'm just gonna pick this up. I'm standing right next to you.
Oh shit. He was somewhere else.
No, I was with you.
Did
Okay.
you just get dressed right then and there? Did you just like strip in the middle, or did you go around and find some place to like?
Yeah,
I
that's-
mean,
important questions.
I probably like went and found like a place.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
But,
that's
like,
what my
I came
thinking was
back.
at, which is why I pulled out the walkie-talkie.
She
Okay.
probably just showed up right as you went to go try and.
Yeah, we'll
Which is
just say for
something
ease
that I would
of-
do in real life too, because I
Yeah.
disappeared
Great.
right as you need me. I'm there.
Right.
What's next, you guys?
Pause rolls up at this point, just to make it easy.
Hey, all right. Let's try and find Sai. I don't think
Right.
he's in the town.
Nope.
You just kind of make your way towards Scythia, and you find like the hut already set up. Kind of easy to hit to see, considering
Purple.
We weren't
dome.
there
Well,
when
I
he
mean,
cast
I made
it, right?
it white. I would have made it white,
it's still this
We weren't
white
there-
dome in the
but
middle
it's
of
still
nowhere.
this fucking dome. So,
We weren't there when he cast it, right?
nope,
So we can't get inside.
Yep.
nope.
So I just kind of like walk over.
But I can see, I'd see you guys. I can see out,
Yeah.
so I'd see you guys coming and walk out. You ready to go yet?
We did
No.
some helping.
That doesn't answer my question, but congratulations.
I suppose. What DM? What time of day is it?
It's after all that, it's getting like mid-afternoon.
Okay.
We
You
still
wanna
have
guys
some light
keep
to burn.
walking? Yeah, keep walking till it gets a little dark enough to set up camp.
Yeah.
You start your way
Alright.
towards Scythia, and this is where we will break.
Cool.
Woo!
Unfortunately, however, I do have to cut this session. We're pretty short.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, everybody. But we'll pick this up in the next couple weeks. To like a full thing. Yes?
Okay.
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 Nice.
Good night, stream.
Good night.